Hey guys, it's John with your... Hey guys, John from Los Angeles here with the Alpha Channel update for Thursday, May 16th, 2024. I've got some good stuff to talk to you about. I've got some great stuff to show you, but instead of bringing the stuff to you, I'm going to bring you to the stuff. So let's do this here. Okay, so obviously this is Filmation. He-Man. These are animation cells. Sorry this is so shaky. I'll try and trim this up a little bit when I get it into the computer. I also want to show off this stack of books here. Jeet Kune Do, von Clausewitz, Sun Tzu, Niccolo Machiavelli. All right, so that's what's going on over here. And the big shield up here that fell on my head earlier, and Achilles' helmet. The reason I've got this stuff out is I want to talk about the Iliad a little bit. And I want to show off some art too, of course. This is the logo treatment again. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I want to touch on our logo right here. Alpha Channel logo a little bit. That can be done pretty much on any computer. That is just a slash and strike through. Slash and strike through could be the name of the tagline for the company, but it's not. The tagline for the company is Die Laughing. Slash and strike through is just our motivation and our how we do things. But so here's some more art. I'm going to show you guys really quick. And I'm going to get up to bring it over. This is this is Warren. I'm sorry, Jamie. This is Jamie. But God, it looks so blown out here. So this is Jamie. He looks a little too elven. So that's not right. This is the pine tree and Warren sitting under it. This is the pine tree and Warren sitting under it that I struggled with for such a long time. I think that looks pretty good. It's good enough. Good enough for government work. Here's a face sketch of Warren. It's not quite right, but it's getting there. And yeah, so that's good. That's good for now. What I want to talk about is a little bit more controversial, because controversy is the name of the game, right? That's kind of what we're doing here. I am doing controversial comics, modern savages. Who are the savages in the modern world? Are all of us savages? So, a statement I want to make. Everyone's talking about World War III, the end of the world, the coming race war. The truth is that mankind is at a temporary ceasefire in the ongoing race war that has been going on as long as there's been races. We've put it on hold for the last couple hundred years to do this nation-state thing, and it's not really working out. As you can see, it's not working out. We're going to be back to race war pretty quick, and I think you all know it. This is just a temporary ceasefire. So I'm promoting, with Alpha Channel, what I want to do. I don't want to be a corporation. I don't want to have any employees. I want to have brothers, co-workers, other people who own their own businesses, and we all work together. So money's over, you know. Xerxes is the representative of money. Leonidas is the representative of brotherhood. This is brotherhood. If you don't have this, you don't have anything. You're worthless. If you have this, you can take a smack to the head and not even flinch. So yeah, discipline or fury, you know. Fury wins the fight, but discipline wins the war. Self-esteem or insecurity. Fury comes from insecurity. Self-esteem comes from discipline. The Iliad is the most perfect book ever written. And it's the first, the Iliad is unique in that it is the first exhibition of a medium of the epic novel, the epic story, and it's the best. It'll never be beaten because for 800 years it was spoken, it was memorized. You're talking about competence at a level the average man doesn't have. The average Greek soldier, the average Greek in 800 BC could recite Homer's Iliad by heart. That's not something the average human can do today. But that's discipline. that's virtue and value, whereas the Old Testament is full of vice and sin. The Old Testament is, I would assert, the worst bit of literature ever foisted upon the human spirit. The poetic Eddas are so much better. The New Testament is so much better. The Old Testament is an exploration of greed, gluttony, and sloth. And that's who those people are. They worship Satan. So there's no dignity there. There's no grace, no elegance. In gluttony and sloth and in corruption and greed, there is no dignity, grace, or elegance. These are people who celebrate sin and vice. You know, you can never be disciplined that way. That's fury. Discipline is power. The vice is bliss. Bliss leads to corruption and death. Discipline leads to power. And yeah, that's why, yeah, we're speaking English. I'm living like a king with no effort because of the work of my ancestors. I have to live up to what they gave me. This is my life is a direct result of the hard work of the generations of white people who've come before me. No one else contributed to this. I don't live in China, although I did learn to speak Japanese well enough to dream in it a couple times. So the ratchet is broken. Your cancellation ratchet against white men is broken. Ed Piskor and John Malin were the high watermarks of you attacking me. And now we're stuck with a situation where when, like, Tommy Yaxley Lennon, half-Jewish guy in England who started the English Defense League, was suddenly surprised when the real racists showed up. So that's where we're at. That's what's happening. The pendulum is swinging back the other way. I haven't done anything wrong. There's nothing you can do to cancel me. Your propaganda, your anti-white propaganda is incitement to genocide of my race. And you've been doing it for a long, long time. So you can't cancel me except for calling you out. You know, sic semper tyrannis. You're a tyrant and we will be free of you. So yeah, which way, white man? What are you going to do? Xerxes or Leonidas? Are you going to step up and be competent, or are you going to sell your people out for a handful of gold? And again, this is where I'm the perfect example. Remember where they hold the baby over the cliff? In Rome, it was called the Tarpeian Rock. And they held the baby, and if there was any imperfection, it'd be cast aside. I would have been cast aside. I would have been Ephialtes. But I grew up strong, and now I'm one of the best. Now I can lift the shield well over my head to protect the man next to me. That's discipline. That's the power of discipline. And you haven't done it. You haven't done it. I know you haven't done it because you're not standing tall next to me. There's lots of guys who are, but I don't know you yet, and I want to. I want you standing next to me. Did you notice they took the Iron Cross off of him? Why'd they do that? So yeah, I do have some recommendations for today. I want to recommend Revelations of a Mother Goddess by David Icke. It's 3 hour long. It's the greatest science fiction horror film. If you can do the suspension of disbelief and just listen to the interview and take it all in, wow, what a horror movie. Another modern horror film, daily horror film, is called JusticeReport.news, where they tell you all the news that's not fit to print in the mainstream media. And the Occidental Observer is Dr. Kevin McDonald's site. You guys should check that out too. I'll leave links in the chat for all this. So yeah, Leonidas or Xerxes? What do you want to be? What do you want to do? You know, these are the choices you have to make. What do you want out of life? Are you going to let someone else? Are you going to let someone else dictate your world? There's nothing about this that is Jewish. Christianity is not Jewish, not in any sense of the word. Judeo-Christian is the biggest lie of words ever put together. There's nothing about it that's Jewish. This is our culture. We speak English. Which way, white man? That's the theme for today. So yeah, I'm doing comic books, and I'm so happy. All right, love you guys. Talk to you later.